Hey gang, it's been a while since I put a video out. I've been pretty busy working on my son's car with him and doing other things around the house. We had about 2 or 3 days of really intense wind. We had gusts up to 60 miles an hour, and I got pieces of trees all over the yard I had to pick up. But I also been working on a couple of projects for a couple of fellas, and one of them is doing some stuff for an old Esso station. And somebody commented to me, where do you find all that stuff? Well, like on the decals, here's a decal sheet I made up. Like the Atlas tires and the batteries and stuff. I made all those up from scratch. These down here, the oil can labels, I made up from scratch. These here, I found these online. I just changed them up, and it's most of it's done. The best, if I can get a picture, it's fine. But if I can't, I'll make them up. And like right now, let me shut this down. Right now, I'm working on. I don't know if you can see this, but it's a little 1 gallon. Squarish can, rectangular can, and what I'm doing is I want a label for it. I want to put a label around it for an Esso station. As soon as this comes up, and I will put that in here. But for right now, I'm going to. This is what I've got. This is what I got offline. So here it says Imperial Esso Products. This is made in Canada, and it came in these 1 gallon jugs. But first off, we start with a blank page, and hopefully this works. I made a lot of this up, and then I undid a bunch of it. But let's start off with a blank page. I measure this and figure out what the circumference is, the height of the circumference, and then I make a blank page. Then I section it off and put in the red on top, as you can see for here. Okay, then I'll add another section here. I'll just section it up, then I'll fill it full of white. Then I'll do another section down here, and I will fill that full of blue. Okay, so now I need to know pretty much where my lines are. I'm going to have the ends meet on this one side here. So I've got to figure out how I'm going to get all that done. So what I do is I will take the length of the width times 2 plus the depth, and that'll give me what is going to be stenciled on. And then this here, and this here, this part here, and this part here is going to will be wrapped around the other side, the long side, the short side. So I will redo this to. Okay, so I put these lines here. And I will break this down into more sections. And that should be all right. So that's my basic layout, my basic color layout. Now I want to bring up an Esso logo. So what I'm going to do is, let me go back to this and scroll down. I've got an Esso logo right here. So first thing I want to do, I want to take a look at that picture again. And make sure it's the right colors. Yeah. Okay, so Imperial. So I want to modify this a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some text, take a text box, put it right here. Move it over a little bit. That was kind of weird. Okay, I had to figure that one out. Okay, I punched in Imperial products here. Now what I'm going to do is take this and I'm going to reduce it a little bit, and it looks okay. Alright, so now I don't want this whole border around here. So what I'm going to do is, I don't know if you can see this over here, go to my magic eraser, and what that will do when I hit this, okay, and you see how it goes from white to like a checkerboard. That means that the only thing going to show up if I put this over something, that white border would not show. Okay, so now I got that. I want to save that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select, and I can do it this way because it'll, okay, and edit, copy, and I will go to my photo bin, go to this, and push edit, and then paste. Okay, so there's that. So it's a little big, so I right click and I'll say free transform, and let's give it about, let's see what we got. See what that looks like if it's close. That's not going to let me do it unless I clear that. There we go. Maybe a little bigger. We'll hit free transform again, and we come up a little bit bigger, and see if we can center it the best we can. Go up a little bit. Okay, so we like that. Put save. And we'll copy this whole thing again. Copy. And then paste. And away we go. Actually, I can just control and point, bring it way over here, and control and arrows. Okay, so anyway, so that's kind of how we do it. And when I get done with this, it will be put on the decal sheet for the SO station, and then, like I said, that'll be doing for these little cans here. Okay, now that we got this down, we're going to copy this. We're going to go to this, we're going to go edit and paste. Bring it over here. We're going to free transform it, and it needs to be 1 inch, 20 thousandths by 380. There. copy, edit, paste. There's 2. Paste, and we'll do another one. I think I'll have enough room. Barely. It's tight. Okay. So that's what they're going to look like. And that's how we make the decals. If we don't have something to copy, or we don't have something to duplicate, we just make them up ourselves. And if you look at that, you look at that, close. Anyway, that's it for today. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.